Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. I'm at Dallas Fan Festival at the Irving Convention Center. It's a great show, a lot of cool stuff. You know the drill. I'm looking for retro games and vintage toys as usual. At the end of the video, we will check out my pickups. So enjoy the ride and come with me to the Dallas Fan Festival in Irving, Texas. Fun show. All right, right off the bat,
I did this at Fan Expo and I got duck.
Ryan's gonna spin the wheel, see if he wins something. Go, 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 go. A mini duck. Oh no.
You called it. I'll let you trade it.
Thank you.
All right, he got a mini duck. Let's see what he won, Katie. All right. Woohoo. And hey guys, I just won Scarborough Fair tickets. Pretty awesome. With just a spin.
It's
A free spin. Among these nifty bags, they've got Dig Dug. Awesome. And you can trick or treat with the Sonic bag. There are a lot of Ninja Turtles actors at the show this weekend, voice actors from the original movies, so it's really cool to see. These
from the Brady Bunch.
Yes.
Who's also known as Robbie Wrist, who plays Michelangelo.
Indeed, yeah. So you can get these VHS tapes for $10 each and have them signed. Guys, this booth is loaded down with toys. Thought you might like to get a look at these vintage G.I. Joes. That one's 50, that one's 70, 80. Really nice. I love the really colorful packaging artwork. And at this same booth, we've got a couple of tubs of games down here, including a Genesis title, along with some of the usual suspects, PlayStation, Wii, and the like. Iron Man, $60. Interesting. You guys ever play Iron Man? Is that just based on scarcity? Oh, that one's sealed. So there you go, $60 for a sealed copy of Iron Man. Pretty cool. Definitely seeing a lot of turtles at this show because of the aforementioned actors. We got some nice graded, or not graded, but just turtles in cases here, looking really nice. Excellent condition there. Merdude. Monty Moose. Yeah, some pretty hard to find toidles there, including Sergeant Bananas, the gorilla good guy. Ooh, I spotted a Game & Watch, Super Mario Brothers, 160, and then you got a sealed Pokemon Ranger, and a little Pokemon Pikachu. Half the fun at these shows is just finding random old stuff, like this old Mr. T coloring book here. Oh, looks like it's got a poster in there, and some of it's been colored, looks like. Oh yeah, the fold-out poster, intact. Pretty cool. Guys, check out this booth. Not only do they have all these really incredibly cool horror figures and things like that, hiding over here, Dragon's Lair. Awesome. Artwork by Rotten Apple Art Designs. Guys, Duncanville Bookstore. It's a suburb of Dallas, Duncanville. They always have a great setup here, but this year they have video games for the first time that I ever recall seeing them have games at this show. It's been a while since I've been out to their store, but yeah, really cool to see games here, including Wii, PS5, Speed Racer, the video game. I've always been curious about that one. Wonder if it's any good or not. If you've seen it, be sure and let me know in the comments. I'll put those up in a second for those of you concerned. Umbrella Chronicles. It's a cool Resident Evil, at least I enjoyed it. Well, Samurai Warriors 3, never played that entry in the series. $15, I might have to consider that one. All right guys, tell me the truth. Have you played this game? Would love to know. The Wii was actually a pretty good way to get fit. I still, play Wii Sports and some of those games that will get you up off the couch. I really enjoyed this one based on the Batman Brave and the Bold cartoon. Love that cartoon too, and the game's a lot of fun. And moving along, they've got more games at this table, including Bayonetta, which will be in my next 100 Greatest book. Love, love, love that game. One of my favorites of the modern era for sure. One of the Batman Arkham games will be in the next book, I can tell you that. I wrote the entry. I wrote that chapter, as a matter of fact. I wrote about 20 chapters in my upcoming book, and I have contributing writers as well. Very fair prices here at the Duncanville booth, Duncanville Books booth for sure. But like I said, really cool to see them into gaming. Little Big Planet, that will definitely be in my next 100 Greatest book. Really transformative, multiplayer, create your own levels, all that kind of stuff. That was a big game when it came out. Remember, a lot of hype and a lot of excitement and great reviews. Love this game, of course. You guys know I love me some brutal hack and slash. Never played this Star Trek game, even though I'm a huge fan of that property, of course, as you know. It even brought some PSP games, including Justice League Heroes. For me, this is kind of an underrated game on the PS2, but I never actually played the PSP version. It does have some slowdown on the PS2, but still a pretty fun game. And they also brought, I don't recall them bringing VHS out to this show before either, but we're getting close to Halloween. It's October, so they brought some VHS out here. Got some really cool horror offerings, including Wes Craven, People Under the Stairs. That's a really good movie. And guys, have you ever seen Prom Night 3 and 4? The original Prom Night's actually a pretty good movie. And then the sequels are of varying quality. And the second Prom Night, which they don't have, actually has nothing to do with the first movie. They just sort of tacked it on to the title to sort of trade off the popular first movie. You got the widescreen version of Jaws there. And Buried Alive, guys. This is kind of a hidden gem. This is a great horror movie. They even brought some of the old rental type cases with different horror movies, including Premature Burial. Absolutely great movie. My daughter was really entranced by that movie when she was young because she was very terrified of getting buried alive, and that movie mesmerized her. Yeah, Duncanville Books does have a physical location, so if you're ever in the Dallas area, you're definitely going to want to check it out. One disappointment this year, $5 boxes. They usually bring $2 boxes. Not so this year. Inflation or just more expensive books? You tell me. Yeah, this is kind of the caliber of stuff that they had for $2 at previous shows, but you know, I get it. This place always has great records, vintage and new. And check this out, guys. I'd never seen this before. My son Ryan pointed it out. Trick or Treat, the soundtrack, you know, Fastway, the hair metal band of the 80s. I love this movie. It's got Ozzy and Gene Simmons, and it really plays into the whole, you know, satanic panic thing. Killer flick. I recently got the 4K one. My son Ryan got that for me for my birthday. So yeah, really cool to see this. $120. Gonna have to leave it here, but man, that is awesome. Well guys, I have stumbled across a booth I had never seen before. Hyrule's Ocarina, and you guys that have played Ocarina of Time and some other Zelda games will know what we're talking about here. And hey, we've actually got an Ocarina player right here. That's great, man. Thanks a lot. All right, guys, check out I can't say that. You can read the sign there. Hyrule's Ocarinas and Collectibles, inspired by the Legend of Zelda. Really nice stuff here. So
in Dallas, Texas.
In Dallas, Texas. So you have a brick and mortar?
No, out of my home.
Okay, well, very cool stuff, man. I appreciate you. Check this out. Pokemon Pokedex, like Ash's Pokedex from the TV show. Very nice condition, unopened, $300. And I've run across another booth with some retro games, including a couple of amiibos there, some PS3 titles, including God of War Ascension, $30. Love that series. Some PSP titles there. Some more PSP. And over here we've got Super C for the NES, a boxed copy. Pretty tough game to find for sure. Some 3DS action. Strikers 1945 shooter. I believe that's part of the 1941 series if I recall. It's a outgrowth of that game. Metal Slug, $100. Metal Slug X, I should say. And my next 100 Greatest book, Katamari Damacy. I can't say that word. Anyway, that'll be part of my, definitely has a chapter in my next 100 Greatest book. These are fun Halloween versions of Pac-Man characters, including Vampire Pac-Man, and you've got Blinky Frankenstein here. So yeah, those are really neat. Fun. Love me some Halloween. And you guys know I love a bargain. We got Tubbs O Games here, $5 each, and if you buy several, you get a bargain, get a little bit of a discount, including Choplifter here. That's a good deal for $5. Yeah, for sure. That's a good port of that game too. And but mostly we got 360, PS3, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, not bad. Over here we've got Box Super Ghouls and Ghosts. We've got a modded Game Boy here. Ooh, guys, remember at Classic Game Fest I had one of these stolen off my booth. That was really disappointing. But really the only thing I've ever had stolen at that show. A couple of the old handhelds there. Those are fun. Look at this little N64 book here. Games Challenge book. And oh, cool. Game Gear complete with the case. And several titles there. Gotta love that. Got a Sega Saturn back here and an Xbox. Translucent red N64. And guys, who remembers the Etch-a-Sketch Animator? Sort of video game adjacent here. This one does come with the manual. Pretty cool. Behind the Neo Geo X here, we've got some PS4 titles, and all of this stuff is courtesy of Garrett's Backyard Arcade, custom retro gaming modification services and consoles. Cool stuff. Looks like some vintage Turtles. Curtains and sheets and things.
You got it? All right, so the Game Gear. Essentially, every time I find one of these, we come in and replace all the capacitors because they have a tendency to leak after about 20 years. And
right.
What we want is this to work like it was brand new.
And even better than brand new.
That's right, because then we do things like this. So now we have backlit modern LCD screen technology.
That looks fantastic.
All of the work we put into it has increased the battery life from 3 to 4 hours to about 36 hours now.
Boy.
So we can go entire weekend gaming.
Gosh, I can't imagine if I would have had because I was a Game Gear guy. And I can't imagine if I would have had that like that back in the day. That's amazing.
And then I try to put them in these packages. So you have the original case. This is the Game Genie. I love this because it still has the booklet with all the codes.
Very cool.
A set of 5 games, some manuals that came with the games, the car charger.
So what does that setup go for?
So this whole setup is $225.
Right.
For $175, I have the same updates with the modded screen. This is a really beautiful clear shell to show our work.
Yeah.
And then again, an original custom carrying case and a stack of 4 games that it comes with.
Yeah.
So a little bit less expensive, but you still get pretty much all the same fun.
Yeah. That is awesome, man. That looks great. Well, thank you so much for
welcome.
showing those off. Very nice.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, you bet.
You know, I saw you looking at the Neo Geo. I want to show you, I can't fix the original stuff. This stuff, I'm obviously going to fix it up, and then we're going to mod it so that it does the latest and greatest cool things.
Right.
But then I find something like this. So I found this. The shell is in incredible shape.
Yeah.
But the N Turtles were dead. There was no salvation. So, pop this little switch here. I popped in a Raspberry Pi computer.
Nice.
HDMI output. This is the full Neo Geo library of games.
Oh, wow.
With wireless controllers matching the Neo Geo style.
Yeah.
For $125.
That's a killer deal.
That's a great deal. 300 plus Neo Geo titles.
And you said they're all loaded?
That's right.
That is awesome. Boy, you might talk me into buying that.
Cool.
A lot of great cosplay here at the expo. How you doing? Good, cool. Awesome. Short Circuit, anyone? I believe that's what that is. These Pirates of Darkwater figures caught my eye mainly because I remember playing these 16-bit video games back in the day. Not a bad game, for a movie property. Pretty cool figures here. $50 for that one. $30 for that one. Got a toilet from Real Ghostbusters. Everybody needs a toilet on their shelf, maybe in your office or game room. And everybody's taking pictures of the awesome cosplay.
Look ahead at the camera and then I'm just...
Check it out, guys. They've got a replica of Kit from Knight Rider and the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine there. Now, interestingly, this ties into something I actually bought today. The Dallas-Fort Worth area is filled with geeky goodness, including a lot of different clubs. This is the DFW Astromech Builders Club. Makes some really cool robots and droids and things. Gotta love that. Ryan and Katie are coming downstairs, and I need to go up there and see the celebrity room. So we're at the celebrity area. There's Steve Palmer from, I think, Red Dead Redemption or something, and Kenny James from Mario, played Bowser, did the voice acting. Pretty cool. We've got John Morris, Andy from Toy Story. Pretty cool. Guys, this is very exciting. We've got the Land of the Lost actors here showing off photos from the show where you can get signed. Kathy Coleman's book, which I have read. It's excellent. I grew up a huge Land of the Lost fan. You got Wesley Ure, producer on Dragon Tales, and he played Will Marshall. And you got Holly, and they're signing autographs for fans and having a great time. And yeah, we got some photos here. Excuse me, thank you. And we got Sid Croft over here, producer on the show. So freaking cool. This is very exciting for me. Back in 1974 when the show debuted, it was my favorite show. Absolutely loved it, and still a huge fan today. I still watch the episodes from time to time. It took you to a place that, you know, just a kid growing up in a suburb of Fort Worth seemed so magical, and it's just, yeah, so cool to see this here. Huge fan. All right, guys, it's time to head to the car and check out pickups. All right, guys, as promised, we've got pickups. This is a flash print from Superpowers. That's the original character design from back in the 80s. And you guys remember the comic book and toy series from then. Loved that back in the 80s. Katie got an issue of Bela Lugosi's Tales from the Grave, signed by my buddy Kerry Gamble, the awesome artist who's done Indiana Jones and Superman, done a lot of Hollywood movie designs. He did the front page here and was obviously the publisher of this comic book. And Ryan got his first Jaws Japanese thing. If you guys saw the awesome collection video I did, you know, showing off his incredible Jaws memorabilia, this is a great addition. So yeah, he got a good deal on it too. He also got a signed picture of William Daniels, actor he really likes a lot for a variety of reasons. This is going to go in his classroom. You know, so who's he playing there? John Adams? Yeah, so Ryan teaches history middle school, so that'll be really cool for his classroom. And guys, this looks silly, but I got 2 issues of Bananas magazine. The reason being, these are so nostalgic for me. I love Bananas and Dynamite, and there's just so many cool pictures and things in there. Check that out. And it's just so nostalgic from the 70s and 80s when I was growing up. So freaking cool. And these have posters and jokes and lots of great actor pictures and stuff, and some just pop culture references like crazy. And check it out, guys. Mr. Sylvester Stallone himself. So yeah, love me some Bananas and Pizzazz and Dynamite and all that. And this issue is really cool. You've got Kit from Knight Rider on there, who William Daniels did voice. And then you've got all kinds of cool stuff in here, including, check this out, guys. You've got, that was actually from Hideous Sun Demon, I believe. Or no, I Was a Teenage Frankenstein. That's where that comes from. It doesn't say that. It says Jovial Bach. But that's where that character came from. But check this out. What's really cool about this issue is the Wolfman centerfold. How cool is that? But yeah, these are just tons of fun and take me back to, you know, just being a kid. These are super fun. And look at this, guys, on the back, there's a little arcade comic strip there. I'll focus in on this so you can pause it and read that. So yeah, just so many great pop culture references and just tons of fun. So yeah, takes me back. All right, guys, Ryan and I are walking along the Mandalay Canal here in Irving. Really pretty area. So be sure to let me know in the comments if you've been to Dallas Fan Expo, which Dallas Fan Festival is sort of a mini version of that. Let me know in the comments what you thought of my pickups and some of the other things you saw on this video, some of the gaming related stuff, some of the toys or whatever. As always, guys, thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing. We will talk to you in another video.